Hello there and welcome to Newbie's Tip episode 6. Today we're going to be talking about Party and Duty Finder. Now these get unlocked as you progress through the MSQ, and after you are either unlock the first guild test or the first dungeon in the game, you'll be able to use the Duty Finder. Now the Duty Finder is where you can select each individual instance zone to enter and group up with other people randomly across the world. It's also where, if you have unlocked the Gold Saucer, you'll also be able to enter the Triple Triad Battle Hall, as well as the instances associated with them as well. Now, with the Duty Finder, it's split between normal duties and high-end duties. Like, high-end duties are actually associated in the Raid Finder. But you can also click over just above where you select your the instance to click over from normal to high-end. Now, high-end is for max level content. That is also classed as the hardest content in the game currently. So that includes the ultimate fights, the most recent savages, and usually the most recent extreme trial. Other features of the Duty Finder include roulettes, which I will go over in another video, and how to unlock each one. But more features of the Duty Finder is if you go up to here where the settings icon is and click on it, you'll be able to change your settings on the Duty Finder, where you'll be able to have join in progress, so that means you can enter duties midway through if you want to, or you can have it off and always start with a fresh new instance with a new party. You can go undersized. Now, undersized parties is only useful for under the content 10 levels below cap and under. Anything in the current expansion you will not be able to undersize. But this will allow you as a solo player, if you want, to go into old content on your own. Minimum eye level will set it to the minimum eye level standard that the content will allow in, regardless of what abilities you have and what level you are. Frontline Freelancer will allow you to basically participate in the PvP battlegrounds as any of the free companies, regardless of your current grand company. So if you want faster PvP queues, I suggest having that clicked on, and it will allow you to get faster queues. Now, loot rules, this comes into play more with Party Finder, but if you have a full set of party for either 4 people for dungeons and guild tests and other things that are just 4 people, or 8 people for the 8 content, it can only be with those specific numbers. You can set up greed only and loot master, where you select how you want the loot to be distributed. I suggest just leaving it normal. It doesn't annoy people as much most of the time. Greed only is literally everybody can roll on everything, and loot master is you as the party leader can select who gets to roll on what drops. So while that's advantageous if you're going after a specific thing, people tend to not look favourably on those sort of party finders. In language, you can select what language you're prepared to group up with. Now, if you select it to just one language, that you're comfortable with. Bear in mind that you may experience longer queues. By having more languages selected that you're able to be comfortable with, you'll be able to participate with more players. Right. Another thing to note about the duty finder is you can go to the side of a specific duty, so like this Hawk Manor right here, and if you go over to the number, you can look at open up the subcommand, and you can see on you can open up to see if there's any party finders for that content, or if you want to set up a party for that specific content. So that's the duty finder. You must use the duty finder even if you set up a party in party finder though. So once you have finished have a full party in your party finder, you need to enter through the duty finder. Now the party finder, it's located where I just showed you, under party, and here you'll be able to see all the listings of parties on your data center. Now with the cross-world feature having been added, it's a lot easier to do a lot more different objectives through cross-world. So stuff that used to be used to be world only, like treasure hunts, is now you're able to set up a cross-world party, and people can come over to your server and they can do the treasure hunt maps with you. Now they have there's the all function where you can see every single party finder available on your data center at once. But there's also specific sections like duty roulette, dungeons, trials, raids, and all that stuff. So if you're looking for a specific one, go to the specific section that you are looking at and see. If you don't see one but you want to make one, if you go down to recruit members, you can see all the information you need to give. You don't have to put anything in the comment. It's usually preferred if you do, so that people can get an understanding of what you're looking for. You can also, when you are you can also select the type of jobs you want. So specifically you can look for just tanks only, or healers only, or specific types of DPS. So you can take off, say, Dragoon if you don't want Dragoons in your party and so forth. And then it can carry over like that. Right. For these as well, you can, when you're making your party, you can also set up a private party. Now, to set up a private party, you must click on the button saying form a private party, and then if you so wish, you can also set a password. If you are going for a private party, I would set a password, because it will just make more sense so you can only get the people that you want in there rather than just anybody random. You can set up conditions, so duty complete and duty incomplete. Well, duty complete means only people who have completed that duty at least once can enter your party finder, whereas duty incomplete can again allow anyone. You can also set a minimum eye levels for your party finder. So if you only want people who for like the top end savage, and you really don't want anybody below item level 380, you can set that, as I will show here. Average eye level, you click on that and then you can set the number. So 380. And there you are, you can set it like that. Now you can set the item level as stupid high as 9999. Obviously no one can enter that thing, so it's purely there to either show off some text or someone wanting to have a bit of fun. Like occasionally I have seen people make party finders with song lyrics and then somebody else continues the song lyrics. People can have fun. Right. You can also set up undersized parties and minimum eye levels as well if you so wish, so people, just more information for people to know, as well as the loot rules that you're willing to go by, and you can also set the specific language that you're willing to go with. Now you can also set up alliance party finders. Now this is for your 24-man content, and it works exactly the same. You can do all the old stuff with the normal party finder. It's just you're waiting for 3 full groups of 8 to fill. So it's a bit more managing, but it's perfectly fine, and it's simple as normal party finder to use. When you're making your party finders, you can also select specific types of content, like down to the exact thing you want to use. So for dungeons, you can go all the way to, I want to do specifically the Swallow's Compass. You can set that so people know immediately what it does, and it also alter how many party members you can actually recruit. You can also set up PvP team battles or just custom matches for you like, and that's all there as well, so feel free to play around if you so wish. Now specifically, you can either, when you're finished, when you're looking for parties, you can look through your data center, your world specifically, or you can look for privates. Now anybody who makes a private party will appear in private in the private section. Obviously you can't join if you don't know the password. You can also filter out parties in the party finder. Now feel free to do that however you want. Some people just filter out loot master rules because they just hate that one. I know a few people. There are some people who are more okay. I'm generally okay if you're doing loot master, because I'm only going to join a loot master party when I don't care. But yep, you can just filter out your party, the party finder as and how you see fit. You can sort them however you want. You can also set up notifications. Now this is automatically set when you unlock the party finder. The party finder gets unlocked after you have finished Substasha and handed in that, the quest It's Properly Pirates. Now I suggest probably taking off the notification, because it will happen a lot and it may get a bit annoying and clutter up your chat log. To disable, you go into the setting icon on the party finder and just click that, click off on the notifications. So that's on, that's off. You can also search out specific parties as well as specific people if you so wish. Okay. For free, and you can also change the look of how you want the party finder to go. I tend to like it how it is base, but other people may prefer it in a short, quick list. Now, if you want to join a party, it's as simple as clicking on the party finder and clicking join party. If there's a reason why you can't join, or it's saying or you want to talk to the person to see if they can allow you to join in some fashion, you could send a tell specifically. It doesn't matter if they're on another world, just feel free to send that tell. If they say no, that's it, you can't do anything. But if they say sure, they may adjust their party finder, and then you may be able to join. So feel free to do that if you so wish. If you are a new player or something, or anything, you tend to not need to use the party finder until you're level 50, level 60 or level 70. You tend to not go into too much hiccups in the in-between stages of those levels. But those previous cap levels, they have a lot of content, and they don't always get filled. Specifically, the old-time raids take a while to kill, to form, or to allow people to join, and so forth. So you may want to use, if you're going for all content of the level 50, level 60, and level 70 range at once, before you move on, then I suggest maybe occasionally making the odd party finder and declaring that you're new, because when you're new there's also bonuses involved for other people. So you will get people who will just join, and then there's generally nice people in the community who will just join you just for the sake of helping you anyway, even if they don't care about what they get. Right, that concludes this episode on the Party and Duty Finder. I thank you for coming, and I will bow out here. Thank you.